It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, this is a passing. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Bowden now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, D, let's go, D.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 78 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Diaz. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw. So Matt Nagy correct in his decision to throw the red flag. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. The big fella, the 40. Past the 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Taylor, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Bowden now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And they go back to Tony. It's complete this time. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Tony. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
7-7, our score after one. On second down at 4, Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a give to Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball...
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumble. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. But I believe the Giants got this back and they will hold on to the possession. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Final shot before half for Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gano out to kick this one away. To return it. And he'll be out of bounds. They do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. To throw, Kaepernick. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
The return man is Grant. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the handoff, Taylor. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, able to slither by. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And this one is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
71 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got Granson as tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Bowden now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now Yeah, they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Grant. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Taylor.
A beautiful fake. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. 1:11 to go. Now Kaepernick. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this game.
We played to win.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. To throw is Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Kaepernick to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On first down, Barkley. They can't tackle him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 53 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, they're very slim.